Hello again. This is going to be my second mermaid tail coloring video. This time I'm going to be doing more of a fishy, scaly kind of look. And I am using Cordelia from Kraftin Kimmie stamps, and I stamped her on Copic X-press at cardstock. And the colors I'm going to be using are B21, B24, B29, B69, and then for the lighter part of the fins, the B000, the B quad 0, and the BV000. Okay, so I start with my lightest, going with B21, and instead of like my previous video where I'm getting the smooth blends, actually for this I do a lot of dotting it in, and because I have my light source coming from kind of front but from the left as well, I'm going to actually be doing tighter groupings of the polka dots on this side, and that's just the closer the dots are, the darker and more shaded it will look. And so the wider they're spaced on this side, the lighter it will look. So this is the side that I'm really going to group them up on. Just follow that curve around. And just gets a little tricky, as skinny as this tail is down here, but just kind of lay the color in there. Few dots there. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the B24, and we're doing the same thing. All it is, dotting the color on. We're not blending it together. Closer groupings of dots on this side. Further away from our light source. And it's just quick, getting that in there. Okay. To my B29. You can see I'm going, not as far in with each, consecutive color. It's the darker it is, the more it's staying on the shaded side of her fin there. And the more pressure you give the marker, of course, the bigger the polka dot's going to be. The quicker and lighter touch is the smaller polka dots that you'll get. And it's just working quick. And you can do it, as much or as little as you like, depending on how shaded you want it to be. Okay. Get it in this curve of her tail here. Back over here. Okay. Now my darkest, my B69. And this one I'm just doing mostly for a nice contrast. It's got a little bit of that purple to it too, and since I did her hair purple, it'll kind of tie everything together nicely. But you can do this with any grouping of colors. Again, there are no rules on what colors mermaid tails can be. So anything you can imagine you could put on paper. I just decided for a kind of dark and mysterious mermaid today. Kind of the midnight colors. Okay, now I just work my way back down And this is where you're kind of eyeballing it, you know, how much light, how much shadow you want. And that's totally up to you. And I'm just not even, no circle, smooth blending. It's all, this whole thing is done just dotting color on. Back to my B21. And by leaving some white, those are going to be your high contrast, you know, where the light is really hitting those scales on her tail. So we do want to leave some white. Now, I have this little flipper here, and I'm just, with my lightest one, going to put some color back there. But I don't want to put any of the darker ones because I want it to look like that's a kind of translucent fin when I go in with my next colors. Oh, and the same up here too. I want that lightest blue on the part that would, the tail would be behind. Okay. Now I chose the B000, the B quad 0 in this. So I'm going to go to here with my quad. And now it's similar to yesterday where I'm just getting that color on there. And this one's really light. And again, I'm not worrying because I'm going to be cutting her out, so it's going to be a little messy. If you're using an SD, be a lot more careful than I am. Get the color on there. Okay. Now with my BV, come up from the bottom. Come up from the end of her tail. Have those two meet in the middle a bit. My 000, just to darken up the ends here. And the quad 0 to blend in a little bit more. And that's totally up to you as well. Okay, now see how I like that. I might actually take a little bit of my BV and hit a little bit over here in that lightest area, just because I wanted to pull some more purple into this tail. And that's where, as you're going, you just see what it needs and adjust. You can just keep playing with this forever. There. Now I'm happy with that. Then that's all there is to it, to the coloring part. Go in, of course, with, you know, Copic X-press glitter pen, the Sakura Stardust glitter pen, Ranger Stickles, lots of sparkly mediums that you can add to the tail then after you've got it all colored. Quick, easy. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching.